Welcome everybody to Tour Guide Games Headstrong Project charity cast. We're doing this to raise money for the Headstrong Project. We're playing games all day. This we are playing Project Ninja Panda Taco. We're gonna go around the table. I'm Pete. I'm your tour guide here today. Before we go around a little bit about me, I am a graphic designer by trade, but for the past year and a half now, I've just been running games online, uh, D&D and other various things, and streaming, and also doing a few videos up on YouTube here and there. So I guess we'll go around the virtual table and start with Adam.
Oh, hi. I'm Adam Files. I have no idea what I'm doing here or in my life in general. I'm glad to be involved.
All right. And I guess next is, at least on my screen, is Spence.
Oh, hello. I'm Spence. I am from Weave the Tale role-playing games here on Twitch and also Penny for a Tale. And yeah, I love role-playing games. I brought the extra for you all. So excited to be here representing the Army and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Excellent. Next up, we have Richard.
Hi, I'm Richard Lovejoy. I am a co-host on the Gamers with Jobs conference call and love all things games as well.
Nice. And next we have Stephen.
Trooper SJP, that is me, and my pronouns are he, him, and I stream over on my channel, Trooper SJP, stream all sorts of RPGs, and you can find me on lots of other channels as well, Weave the Tale, Table Story, Roll For It, all sorts of spaces. I'm just making all the RPG stuff. I will note that Spence is representing the Army, and I am also representing the Army, hooah. So that's two. I feel like we win, so that's just it. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Just gonna put it out there.
We win.
We win.
Okay. Well, then I guess we can just wrap this up. We know who won. No, that's not how it works. Welcome. So this is Project Ninja Panda Taco. This game is a game where each player gets to play as both a devious mastermind trying to take over the world and a cravenly, possibly cunning sidekick, or number two, that may aid other masterminds or hinder, not really hinder, but aid other masterminds in their plots to take over the world and foil other masterminds' plans. Basically, the way it breaks down is each player picks a funny word, well, a word. And out of context, it will become funny. And these words will be used to determine their plans, their projects, if you will, that they will be undertaking in order to take over the world. But first, we have to determine who these masterminds are. So first, we will start with Adam.
Oh, sorry, you cut out. What is my master? What?
Yes. Who is your mastermind?
Oh, I don't know. I've never played this game before. Do I just make up a name?
Yeah.
Oh man. El Diablo. I'm a classicist. So it's that is a play reference.
All right. Excellent. Cool. And go on to We are back, and just
Ooh,
Oh,
cut out
no.
again.
It's happening again.
It
Cut
did.
it out.
It's
It
happening
did
again.
Do you want me to just roll with it? Because I can. Okay, I will roll with it. Hi. So I believe the next thing was to ask who I was, and well, I had some time to think about this because so one of my main hobbies, as you can see by my shirt, is being very crafty. So I am the Grand Fiber Master Nix von Luna, a little nod to my audio business, Resonant Moon. So. Oh, and I do have plenty of crochet stuff that I will totally bring on as props. This is how extra I am. I did promise the extra. So, who's next on the screen? Is that Richard?
I think
Yes.
that's me.
I think so.
I also had some time to think, and I've got the name of my mastermind, and that
Yes.
name is Unassuming Death Raymond.
Nice.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Nice.
I like
nice.
it.
Nice. Which I think goes to me, and I have a pipe because clearly I am the millionaire. I have an actual name as well, but you can just call me the millionaire. Yes, I'm Thurston Howell III, of course, but I'm trapped by people on an island. But
Shall we have tea, millionaire?
indeed, and take over the world.
Well, that's a secondary hobby, but
Yeah.
tea is a very serious business.
Can we please talk in the mid-Atlantic accent the entire time?
Indeed,
Absolutely.
indeed.
Quiet.
Oh man.
I'll tell you.
All right. Can everyone hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we
good.
hear you.
Okay. Hopefully that was a little isolated thing. So you are the millionaire.
I am. Thurston Howell III, the millionaire.
Excellent. Okay. All right. So now we get to go around the table, and each other person will choose an ability that one of the other masterminds has. So for El Diablo, Richard, you get to choose the first ability that El Diablo has. Some tool that he has at his disposal for taking over the world.
Well, I think we're all familiar with Dante's Inferno, which teaches us that the only way to escape hell is across the back of the devil, which is actually a little bit of like related to what El Diablo can do. El Diablo can actually teleport to somebody's back.
Nice.
Okay. We'll say back teleportation.
Mm-hmm. So El Diablo's got back.
El Diablo's got all the backs.
All right. And just going down the line, we'll say Spence, what is another one of El Diablo's abilities?
Oh, El
Or tools.
Diablo. El Diablo has a flaming chain,
Mm.
but it puts off absolutely no heat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cold or room temperature flaming chain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So room temp flaming chain. Beautiful. And Stephen, what is the last ability that El Diablo has?
It's easy. So El Diablo, you may not know this, is also like I imagine a wrestling persona with like a nemesis like El Santo, which means El Diablo is able to go and generate heat, not from the chain, but from the crowds. So El Diablo is able to incite crowds to hype of various sorts of emotional states.
Wait. Are you calling him a luchador? Because I am
am.
here for it.
Yeah.
I am indeed
This character's
calling him a
taking shape.
luchador.
I will put can incite crowd hype ! All right. Next up is unassuming Death Raymond. Adam, what is the first tool or ability that unassuming Death Raymond has at his disposal?
The ability to impose crushing nihilism.
Yeah.
Crushing nihilism. Excellent.
You'll never
All
see
right.
this coming.
Spence, what is the second ability that unassuming Death Raymond has?
He has a death stare that makes people fall in love with him.
Oh, charming death
Oh.
stare. Oh,
Charming death stare. Charming
La
death stare. La petite mort.
Nice.
Right.
I see you.
Nice.
Wow.
And Stephen, what is the unassuming Death Raymond has? That unassuming
So-
Death Raymond has.
So when unassuming Death Raymond has a clipboard, no one can see him at all. Obfuscating clipboard. It is true.
This is what makes waiting rooms in the hospital really rough. Waiting rooms in the hospital really rough for him.
All right. Okay. For Grand Fibermancer Nix Adam, what is her first tool slash ability? Her first tool slash ability.
Oh God! Razor sharp hangnails. Razor sharp hangnails.
All right.
You jerk! Those are like the pain of my existence.
All right. Richard, what is the second tool?
Well, she's a fibermancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think no matter where they are, they always have oatmeal in their pockets.
Oh, fiber's good. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm hungry all the time. This is not a bowl of ramen. This is a bowl of pocket oats.
Excellent. And Trooper, what is her last tool?
So the last tool that they have is probably one of the most dangerous tools, one of the scariest tools, one of the most effective tools, a seam ripper. But the seam ripper does not rip apart seams in fabric, but seams in time-space.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Space.
This is why we're friends.
You have a time-space seam ripper.
Ripper. There we go. Time space seam ripper. All right.
It does take a while, and sometimes it's a little awkward because, like, you have to actually kind of go in. It's like it's still small, so it takes a while to like actually get the.
Sometimes it's just a pinhole, but that's sometimes all you need.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Here
So
is my steam ripper now.
for the millionaire,
yes.
Adam, what is the millionaire's first ability?
Oh, millionaire? He's got to have FU money.
I'm gonna do 3 E's. And all right, excellent. And Spence, what is their second ability for the second ability for the millionaire?
Disposable tenants.
Well, we got a theme going now.
That's sort of like it's like my little minion army. I've got a bunch of tenants that I just evict, and then I can send them off at people.
Yeah,
that's right. I'm a mastermind.
Do the mustache twirl. You gotta do the mustache.
No.
Perfect.
I don't know if I got the spelling for that tenants correct, but whatever.
Yes.
I mean, you could do
Disposable
David
copies
Tennant's.
of the movie Tenant.
Yes, there you go.
A bunch of David Tennants. I evict them, and they're and they have a bunch of different accents depending on what they're dressed as. It's very unclear.
But they're always charming. Always charming.
Always.
Oh man, Richard, the final tool at the millionaire's disposal.
Well, as we all know, laws do not apply to the wealthy. So the millionaire is immune to rules and laws.
That's right. I've got affluenza.
Universal.
Nice.
immunity.
And having affluenza, I don't have to deal with laws at all.
You've heard of diplomatic immunity. This is universal immunity. All right. Okay.
Laws are like income, darling. They're only for poor people.
Yeah, that is taxes as well.
Millionaire. What
Yeah.
is your minion?
Oh, I'm going to tell you. Are you ready?
I am ready.
I don't know if you are, but here you go. My minion is an orphan 1930s newspaper boy. Is
It's a newsie.
a newsie. That is my minion. And who's on the streets? You know what I mean? And is like
A Dickensian
extra.
orphan.
Extra. I got the news. And yeah, I've got an orphan newsie. I'm like Batman and Robin, but I'm evil. You know.
All right. The minion's name is Newsy.
Newsy.
Grand Fibermancer Nix von Luna, what is your minion? What is their deal?
This is my minion.
Ooh.
This is Hubble, the space squid. Hubble was one of my first foundlings when I opened a rip in the time-space continuum for the first time. And well, he was just so adorable, I couldn't let him go. So he does my bidding.
Well, I don't mean to say anything, but the Grand Fibermancer often doesn't let people go.
I mean, I do have to tie them up somehow.
Excellent. Unassuming Death Raymond, what is your minion?
So, I've sort of become something of a patron saint of the unassuming. So I'd like you to meet my minion, Gary the Actuary.
Oh, man. Actuary. Excellent. Oh, this is gonna get really weird.
Going to get.
Going to get. Yeah.
This is nothing. And El Diablo, what is your minion?
Well, I think as the devil, I have to have evolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins as my minion.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Excellent. All right. Now going back in the other direction.
Wait, I have a question. Wait, I have a question. It's about El Diablo. El Diablo? Your minion?
Yes.
Is it possible that your minion is twins? Like, is it possible that your minion is Darwin as well? Can you have both? I'm just curious.
Darwin and I don't know what's allowed in the rules.
Darwin.
I'm just saying that you could have Dawkins and Darwin, like one's tall, one's short. I don't know. I'm just saying.
They're a comedy. They're a comedy
Yes,
duo.
they are. They're like Abbott and Costello, but they're a comedy duo.
All right. That is up to you, El Diablo, if you want Dawkins and Darwin or just Richard Dawkins.
See, now I kind of want to go all four horsemen of the atheist apocalypse.
Oh.
But see, you shouldn't give me this kind of leeway, is what I'm saying to you. It's bad.
Is it? Is it?
I'll stick with Dawkins.
Just with Dawkins? All right.
Yeah. Yep.
Excellent. All right. So you get to choose the one tool in their utility belt. As we go through the game and as your minions aid other masterminds, they are offered other items by those masterminds. And should the plan succeed, they receive those and they can add them to their utility belt. But they each get to start with one. So for El Diablo's minion, Richard Dawkins, what tool does he have currently in his utility belt?
I think this fits with both the devil and Richard Dawkins. I got to have a meme.
Ooh. Yeah. Is the meme dank?
That is
A dank meme.
It is a dank meme. There we go. It's a dank meme. One dank meme. Excellent. For unassuming Death Raymond's minion, Gary the Actuary, what does he have in his utility belt?
A complete mastery of Excel.
Excellent. Complete mastery of Excel. I have that right now. Or just typing skills, one of those. For Grand Fibermancer, Nix von Luna's minion, Hubble the Space Squid, what is in its utility belt? One item.
A bucket of poisonous ink.
Nice.
Inspired by Roller 300. Because they asked a really good question, so I just went with it.
And for the Millionaire's Minion, Newsy, what does he have in his tool belt?
A magical newspaper bag, that he can reach in and pull out a newspaper that is relevant as long as it's not after the year 1935. So if you need to know information from before 1935, just pull out that newspaper. You got one rolled up. Extra.
Nice.
Read all about it.
All right.
1927. You know, you find out what it was. Like, you want to know who won the World Series 1927? Newsy can tell you.
Awesome. Oh man. All right. Well, we have our masterminds. We have our minions. Now we get to determine what your projects are, and by that we are going to, each of you is going to offer me 3 words. Or actually, is it 3 or 4? I think it's 4. Is it 4 words? I think it's 4 words. Hold on one second. Here we go. Yes, each of you will contribute 3 words. So, and they can be any word, and they will maybe become funny in context.
Wait, we can pick any words?
Yes, any 3 words. They don't have to be related to each other. Just 3 words, like you're picking them out of a hat of infinite words.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're starting with Adam. What 3 words do you have?
I will take urgency.
Okay.
Mutation. I'm going to go with a theme. And heavy.
Urgency, mutation, and heavy. Excellent. All right, Richard. I need 3 words from your mastermind.
Pants.
Pants. Excellent.
Always a good word. Always a good word.
Yogurt.
Yogurt.
Mhm.
Of course.
Clarion.
Lariat.
Look at you breaking out the college word.
And Spence, 3 words for Grand Fiber Dancer.
Hook.
Hook.
Shadow.
Shadow.
Extra.
Extra.
I thought you were going to go with hook, line, and sinker.
I almost did, but I also don't do a lot of fishing, so a lot of the fishing puns would be lost on me.
I just thought, fabric's a line. Anyway,
Yes, 3 words for Millionaire Trooper.
ascot.
Ascot. Excellent. I can't remember if that's 2 T's or 1 T, but I'm going to put 2 T's.
Kokomo.
Kokomo.
And my 3rd word is going to be, because I'm a villain, right?
You are a villain.
Wagner.
Wagner.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Bum, ba, bum, bum.
Know that I know how to spell Wagner.
W-A-G-N-E-R.
With a W.
With
Oh,
a
that's
W.
right.
Now I want to say it's a mad world and just be like Jimmy Durante and say it's under a big W.
It's a big W.
It's a big W.
Is he dead? Oh, he kicked the bucket.
All right. Cool.
Oh, I love you, Adam.
So if we do we have the random word spinner? Behind the scenes peeps.
I have to fix Kokomo, so
Yes, please.
done.
Oh, did I spelled it correct?
It's okay.
Probably
It's
spelled
like
Wagner.
the Beach Boys song, Yacht Rock.
Boys, and yeah.
I think the rules of spelling don't apply to millionaire, though. So millionaire.
That's true. I
true.
spell however I want. I never even learned how to read.
Uh,
But
You
I'm
have servants
I have-
and tenants to read for
oh, we don't
you.
have the spinner. Okay, that's fine. So let's see here. I
12.
think. Oh, actually, hold on a second.
I've got a 1d12 if you want it.
Yeah,
Uh,
there we go.
sure. Let's.
Let me roll.
That's a
My
quick way.
1d12. It's got, notation on it. 4.
4. All right. So this is normally we would enter all these into a random like a wheel, and we'd spin it. Oh, there we go. He's also got the dice roller up there on the thing. So first one was a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got pants. So we're starting. Surprise! We're starting right to left for round 1. I'm sorry, left to right. I'm backwards here. So with El Diablo, and for your first project is Project Pants. So tell me, what is Project Pants and how does it work to take over the world?
Project Pants. I would invent a very extremely fashionable pant brand with my incredible hype. I would get them sold to everyone around the world, and and these pants are so socially in that people can't not wear them, but at the same time they're incredibly uncomfortable and restrict your movement so that people can't stop me when I finally take over.
Are they pants that make you pant?
Oh, they are pants that make you pant. They are hot pants.
Oh,
excellent.
hot pants.
It's probably also important to note that unassuming Death Raymond, you are the nemesis for this first round against El Diablo. And so you will be trying to foil this plan. How are you going to foil Project Pants?
Well, it's simple. There are plenty of people who would not wear fashionable pants. The unassuming. Like me. He might hype it up, but the more he hypes it up, the more there will be a reaction against putting the pants on, and then people will be able to move about freely when he makes his move freely.
All right. It sounds like you're using crushing nihilism.
The despair that people feel in their day-to-day life will prevent them from putting on fun pants.
All right.
Pants.
Excellent. So
I don't need the nihilists on my side. I'm fine.
All right. So Hubble the Space Squid and Newsy, you get to decide who to help. Either help unassuming Death Raymond or help El Diablo. However, El Diablo and Death Raymond, you have to appeal to them. You have to offer them something that they can put into their tool belts. Something that they might want. So starting with El
Jinkies.
Diablo, what would you offer as a reward for helping you?
Structural oppression. I'm appealing to the millionaire here.
Oh, you're appealing to Newsy. So you have to appeal to his minion.
Oh, I am appealing to Newsy?
Gee
Yeah.
whiz.
He's
Golly.
already structurally oppressed. So he's going to feed that right to his boss.
I'm super oppressed. Would you like the news? Read all about it. There's been a stock market crash.
Topical.
It's all about cryptocurrency.
Excellent. All right. So, unassuming Death Raymond, what will you offer as a reward for helping to foil Project Pants?
So I've got something that I think both Hubble the Space Squid and Newsy would be interested in. And that's a lucrative opportunity to have their own podcast on my podcast network.
Oh.
Imagine you could pitch Mac Weldon or Hello Fresh to people, and also talk about whatever you want. Newsy, I know you want to talk about the news of the day.
I don't even know what a HelloFresh is. Are you calling me fresh? I ain't fresh. I feel like I'm pretty well behaved. But podcast seems amazing. I like beans. They come in pods, like peas in a pod, and I could cast them in the water. I like to talk about the news.
The podcast is the perfect medium for you, Newsy.
What? Gee whiz. I'll take one of those peas in a pod, and I'll cast it in the water. I like it.
Okay. So we have Newsy helping unassuming Death Raymond. Hubble the Space Squid. Who are you going to help?
Blub, 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 blub. I have no idea. Blub, blub. I know that my mistress really likes fashion, so I'm thinking that going with hot pants, because all the alterations to make the hot pants more comfortable would come to my mistress. Therefore, yes, that would be more to Hubble's taste.
Okay, so you each gain an extra dice to roll to see if you succeed. So the way these fudge dice work, with the dice roller that we currently have, you each roll have two dice to start, and for each minion that's helping you, you get an additional dice. And the way that they work out their d6s, and I think the way we're going to do it, 1s and 2s are negative. 3s and 4s are neutral, and 5s and 6s are pluses. So if we could get the first roll here for El Diablo, it's three fudge dice for him.
3?
Yes, because you have the 2 to start and then 1 for your minion.
All right, this is where Lovejoy wins. I got a 6, a 4, and a 1.
A 6, a 4, and a 1. So that's a 1 positive, 1 neutral, 1 negative. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I did that completely wrong.
Yeah, that's a 0.
You just get a +1, not an extra dice. For you works out to a 1 altogether. All right, so it's 2d6 now for unassuming Death Raymond, and you just add 1 to it.
All right. I'm going to use the fudge dice.
Yes.
I've got 2 of those. I got 2 blanks.
2 blanks, so you have a 1, so it's a tie. In the event of a tie, let's see here.
Just for the record, the millionaire totally would have gone with the hot pants because he would have bought stock in the hot pant company and made a whole bunch of money. It's just that Newsy was very swayed by
the
news.
Podcast pitch is a hard pitch to resist.
Yeah.
Millionaire, you really need to groom your minions a little better.
I know.
Let me put it to you this way, Newsy, though. Podcasting is killing the papers.
What?
Actually, it's where papers go to continue living.
Wait, what happens after 1935 with the newspaper? I hope nothing bad. I'm sure newspapers
Nobody
are
tell
thriving.
Newsy about the internet.
Oh, gosh. All right,
Ricky
so
Dawkins sits
El
Newsy
Diablo, since you are the mastermind that's trying to get this project to work, you have a choice you could make. You can either cross off the quality that you used to get this to do this project, which was your crowd hype. You can cross it off to never be able to use it again to actually get this project to work. Or let's see, if you don't wish to get rid of the quality, let's see, you don't succeed. So that's how it works. You're given the choice.
Oh, I feel like memes and crowd hype go well together, and I'm not going to give that up.
Okay, so Project Pants does not succeed. Excellent. So the point goes to unassuming Death Raymond for round 1. And I will put a plus here next to him. That means he won that. All right.
Glad that I didn't go and invest in those hot pants.
Next up is unassuming Death Raymond. Your nemesis for this round is Grand Fibermancer Nix von Luna.
Ooh.
That's right there. Grand Fibermancer Nix von Luna. There we go. All right. So go ahead. We will roll a d12 on the dice roller, if you would, Mr. Behind the Scenes Man.
I have a D12 right here.
Oh, here we go. It is a 6. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That would be Clarion, darling.
1, 2, 3. Pants is now gone. So,
Therefore it would be Hook.
yes,
Hook.
it would be Project
A
Hook.
Hook.
So, unassuming Death Raymond, your first project is Project Hook. What is Project Hook, and what do you which of your tools do you use to make it happen?
Well, Project Hook is a much hyped reboot of Peter Pan, a dark, gritty reboot of Peter Pan, wherein partway through the movie, once people are impressed with all the dark, gritty special effects and empty lines and mediocre acting, an image of me will appear, and I will be making my patented death stare.
Oh, using the charming death stare.
Charming death stare.
Which
How
will then result
Yeah.
in everyone dying in the world.
But they do love you.
Yeah, they love you.
Yes.
But they're gonna really enjoy it.
You charm them while they are stared to death.
Point of order. Who's playing Peter Pan? I don't feel like we can't really say anymore until we know who's been cast as Peter Pan.
It must be who is being cast as Hook.
Oh, well.
Well,
After all, it is Project Hook. So who is your
let's just
star?
say the casting director is keeping some favors on the side to see which minions they can get in on this project.
All right.
Just a little teaser of what's to come.
Grand Fibermancer, Nix von Luna, how are you going to attempt to foil Project Hook?
Well, it's perfectly obvious, darling. So, with my skills in my time-space seam ripper, I shall go back to the beginning of the production and make it all my idea.
Oh.
And therefore, I will have first dibs on casting. I will have the ear of all of the producers, and I will have creative discretion, as that is, of course, my specialty.
Excellent. All right. So you'll be using your time-space seam ripper. Excellent.
True.
All right. So let's see here. Richard Dawkins and Newsy. Who are you going to help in this thing? But I guess we should figure out what are you offering?
Gee whiz.
Unassuming Death Raymond as your
Richard Dawkins, Newsy, take a seat. This
Okay.
movie's going to be big.
Oh, a talking picture?
And the two of you can be the leads.
Huh?
Newsy, you're the perfect Peter Pan. Your small frame, your excitable voice.
Huh.
You would be a celebrity. And
Golly.
Richard Dawkins, the ultimate stunt casting. Imagine how many people will respond to you being Hook. And isn't that what you've always wanted? People to feed your ego?
Oh. Well, I do like it when people pay attention to me. I don't get metaphor.
We'll let you launder in some of your lines, your philosophy in the lines of the script. You can say whatever you want. We'll put it in there.
Are you talking about laundering money? My boss does it all the time.
It's like laundering money, but it's laundering artistic content instead.
Huh.
Well, if you should decide to come to my side, and I just appear out of a portal behind unassuming Death Raymond. Newsy, darling, you are, of course, perfect for both Peter Pan and Michael and Smee. And I would have all of these different makeup designs specifically with you in mind so that you can be all over the place and spread the word. Now, Mr. Dawkins, I understand that you are quite the evolutionary biologist, isn't that correct?
Well, yes.
And after all, Captain Hook does have a relationship with a giant crocodile. I would, of course, give you writing privileges as well as being Captain Hook to explain the dilemma and the evolutionary purposes of the crocodile to the audience, and of course with some editing make it quite entertaining for those who are watching, that they will be enthralled with your work, and you might even be in the running for, dare I say, a Nobel. Consider it, darling.
That is that is tempting, but dinosaurs existing at the same time as people is
I pull out a
something I, as a
newspaper.
scientist,
Well, a crocodile
newspaper?
is not,
Must-
of course, a crocodile is not a dinosaur, but you would be able to describe how they have evolved and how they have not evolved from those Paleolithic times. Forgive me, you are the expert. That's why you would be in the writing room, of course.
Mr. Dawkins, I got some news for you. Extra. Read all about it. July 21st, 1925. Turns out, in the Scopes monkey trial, evolution was proven not to be true. Here you go. The news.
All right. So, Richard Dawkins and Newsy, who do you decide to go with?
Gee whiz.
I want the Dawkins and Newsy spin-off now.
I do too!
Mr. Dawkins, says right here, the world's still flat. Galileo, here you go.
in true Richard Dawkins style, I think I would decide to back whoever Newsy doesn't.
Newsy likes the idea of being in 3 places at once. I get to be 3 different people. This is going to be like, if I get to be 3 different people, this is going to make me more famous than Judy Garland. You know,
True,
from
darling.
Wizard of Oz.
She is an absolute gem, and you will be more recognizable in name and face than even her. And her little dog, too.
Oh, wait. Will I be bigger than Shirley Temple?
You might even get a date with Shirley Temple.
Gee willikers.
And
I'm
I must.
I'm gonna help out the Empress of the Fibers.
Oh, I do like that. I might have to change my name.
And I must say that the use of the film adaptation of the book is a meme in and of itself, and then using that meme to destroy half of humanity, yes, that appeals to me.
Wait.
I side with Death Raymond.
Wait, does this have something to do with destroying humanity?
Well, Death Raymond's plan does. Mine simply deals with manipulating humanity, but also to make you absolutely famous.
Okay.
All right. So you each get a +1 to your rolls. I did this slightly incorrect last time. You each get 4 fudge dice instead of 2. But you add 1. You each get +1 because you each have a minion helping you. So Jed, if you want to go ahead and roll that so that our viewers can see.
Our minions get to add things to their bag?
Oh, yes. For those who helped last time, who helped Project Pants, I believe Unassuming Death Raymond was offering what was Unassuming Death Raymond offering?
Podcasts.
Oh,
podcast. Yeah.
So,
Newsy's got a podcast.
Newsy now has a podcast. You can add that to his belt.
Poor Newsy is like just talking in front of a newfangled sort of speaker thing. I don't know what it does.
Well, it's like those newfangled radios, darling.
Oh, I'm doing a radio show. That's amazing.
Isn't it wonderful?
So Unassuming Death Raymond gets a 1 positive, 2 negative, 1 neutral. So that is a it's a straight 0 because you get a +1 modifier from your minion help.
Nice.
And now 46 for Grand Fibermancer X von Luna. A negative, a positive, and 2 neutrals, but she also gets a +1 from her minion, so that's a +1. So Grand
Boarded.
Fibermancer Nix von Luna pulls it off.
Which
Barely.
means that Newsy gets an item of fame.
Yeah.
I'm bigger than Judy Garland.
And a date with Shirley Temple. No, I can't promise that, darling. But I do have her number.
Huh. I'm just put down that in my bag of items, I'm bigger than Judy Garland. Maybe a star will be born.
Nice. Excellent. All right. Now we move on to Grand Fibermancer Nix von Luna for your project. If we could get a D, we're going to do D12 again. Or D10, yeah. D10 roll. Mr. Behind the Scenes, Mr. Jedediah, please. A 3, which is heavy. Project heavy. Grand Fibermancer, Nix von Luna, Project Heavy. Your nemesis for this round is the Millionaire.
Project Heavy is about winning hearts and minds. And the way that we proceed with this is to provide the underfunded with homes and shelter and heavy blankets that may or may not have little soothing radios with beta waves in them. And those lovely heavy blankets, while they are keeping these peasants warm and delightfully in slumber, will be putting subliminal messaging into their minds that they shall only serve me.
Okay. Excellent. What tool are you going to use to achieve this?
Oh, well, clearly I am going to be using my razor-sharp hang nails, which is what I call my PR team. Their names are unimportant, but their manicures are stunning.
Excellent. All right. The Millionaire. How are you going to foil Project Heavy? What tool at your disposal are you going to use?
Well, you see, here's the thing about me being a millionaire. Millionaires, we have FU money. And I've heard tell that there's going to be... Now, you have to know that Grand Fibermancer Nix von Loon and I out there, we are very close and we see things similarly. There's one problem. I don't think the poor should ever have anything nice ever. I think that they're too lazy to have blankets. So I'm going to buy every single blanket that would go to the poor, and I'm going to put it in a warehouse so that they rot and no one has them. I don't even know about these subliminal messages. I just don't think people should have nice things if they're poor. Only I should have nice things.
Excellent.
And
Using
here
the
I
FU
was
money.
going to accept your invitation to the cotillion. Well, that's not going to happen now.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine all sorts of poor people with blankets? Then they won't work. If they have blankets and food and shelter, why would they work? I want them to have nothing.
Have you heard nothing of efficiency when workers are giving adequate rest?
No.
No. All right. Grand Fibermancer Nix von Luna, what are you going to offer either Richard Dawkins or Gary the Actuary if they help you with your project?
Well, I would mostly be appealing to Gary the Actuary. Hello, darling. How are you? Now,
Hey,
if you
how
look,
you doing?
if you look at my business plan here, with the
Why did you print that out? You should have
Why-
sent that to me as a PDF. This
Oh,
is a
sorry,
lot of
sorry,
money.
This is for my purposes. If you check your tablet there, you actually have a copy. Now, as you can see by the profit and loss margin, with the increase in productivity and less amount of hours, we will actually be reducing our budget. We will have additional worker retention, and we will have worker satisfaction, which will make us more competitive in the workplace.
I have a question. Can I use a pivot table?
Yay.
Then I will consider this offer.
Very good, very good. Now, Mr. Dawkins, if you do believe that this would be something that would appeal to you, imagine a world where your research assistants were well rested, anticipated your every need. I would be happy to allocate a couple of workers to assist you in such a way that you would have maximum efficiency.
You had me at the creation of a monoculture and providing false hope.
Wonderful! Oh, I love it when people are so easily manipulated. Brought on board.
All right, millionaire, your counter offer.
Wow. Gary, let's talk about profits and losses. And what
Those
is the
are
most...
2 things that I like to talk about out of the 4 things that I like.
Do you know what is better for profits? The most best thing for profits? Not happy workers. That's not it. It's not paying workers at all.
Except for the actuary department.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that's because you have a desk. But I'm talking about the masses. We don't need to pay them. We just force them to work for no money. And then we get all of the money. That seems much better than whatever this giving them things. No. I want to go back to feudalism, which I imagine our Richard Dawkins, but not divine right of kings, but more like the right of those who are just very Ayn Randian. I bet that Richard Dawkins would love to be like the minister of Rand in the new world where no one gets paid who's poor.
You see, this is actually a common misconception. Social evolution is a different theory entirely. Social Darwinism has nothing to do with actual...
I would also like to point out a flaw in the millionaire's plan. You cannot have a workforce that is dead unless you know necromancy, and I do not believe that is in your toolkit.
No, I don't have necromancy, but works are disposable.
And what will I get for working for you to not pay people? Out of curiosity?
You know what rich people love? Besides nepotism? Kickbacks.
Bananas?
Wow, we like bananas. Kickbacks.
Chocolate?
You work for me. There's a lot of embezzlement. And then
Peanut
you get
butter?
to cook the books.
Oh, kickbacks. I would get a kickback.
Yes. Kickbacks, embezzlement, cooking the books. 2 sets of books. 5 sets of books. How many books you want? You got them all.
I think you are making my case for me.
What do you mean? Who doesn't want 5 sets of books? Each one says something different, and they're all lies, except for the real one. But you get to have the real book, Gary. Your real book.
So,
Gary, do you require mental assistance to process all of that nonsense?
Oh,
Because
no,
that is
everything
the
gets...
opposite of logic.
I just put it in as a formula in Excel. It's fine.
all right.
I think Richard Dawkins would be siding with Grand Fibermancer Nix von Luna.
Okay, so Grand Fibermancer gets a +1 to her roll, and Gary the Actuary, who are you going to help?
I think Gary's going to have to go actually with the millionaire because actuaries don't really have political opinions in this case. Gary just wants to know where he can crunch some numbers and maybe squeak by himself.
Excellent.
I don't mean to diss all actuaries.
Right.
I know plenty of lovely actuaries. This is a fantasy game. This is all fiction, people. This is not real. To any actuary watching, I'm sorry.
I have lost all hope.
I only barely comprehend what you do.
You are way nicer to actuaries than I am to Richard Dawkins.
As is appropriate.
If he's watching, he's horrified.
Richard Dawkins, if you're watching.
I rolled a 1. +1, so 2.
Oh, you rolled a 46 and got
plus minus blank.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's a plus. With your, so that's a 2 total. And for Grand Fibermancer, do you want the Jedediah to roll, or do you want to roll?
Please, Jedediah, if you would kindly.
Right.
Thank you, Jedediah.
A minus and then a neutral, and a plus. So
I
you're
get
both tied. Oh no, actually that's a one, because the negative cancels out the plus.
Oh yeah.
So you have a +1 against against the millionaire's +2. So the millionaire actually foils Project Heavy.
Don't dare.
So that
Gary, you get 5 sets of cookbooks and 1 real book.
Cooked or cook? Are we teaching him how to make a flambe?
I think Gary takes all of the books and immediately like trips over his shoelaces, and the real one is lost to the chaos of everything shuffling down.
Excellent. All right.
I took the day off.
And now for the millionaire, let's roll to see what your round 1 project is.
By the way, we can burn one of our qualities to get another die or another +1. Which one is it?
I believe you can. Let's see here. It's only if you tie. You can burn. You can burn the ability that you were using for that project to succeed, basically. So okay.
You mean I could have gotten rid of my razor sharp hangnails?
Only if you were tied. Only if you were tied. So let's see. That's 2, 4, 6, 9. We'll say just roll a d10, Jedediah, if you would, and we'll see what the millionaire's first project is. A 10.
10.
4, 6.
Reroll.
Kokomo.
No, because we only have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need another reroll.
We've got. Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Because project.
Yep.
Oh wait, we took away Project Heavy. Okay.
Yeah,
Project
you took away
Urgency.
all 3. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you about Project Urgency, everyone. Do you know what's urgent? What is this thing? What do you call it? Plagues? Global warming? All sorts of social justice stuff? People care about that. I am a millionaire. You know, having millions of dollars is a lot in 1935. And being a millionaire, as I am a philanthropist. I will give all of you, I'm going to make a charitable organization to sort of fight the urgency of the global warmings and the stock market crashes and all those things. And, all you have to do is just take my vaccine. And don't worry about it. Just take my vaccine. We're going to fix all the global warming and the climate changes and all of that business. Typhoid, all that too. I've got, vaccines. But actually, the vaccines empty out your brain. So you just sit there and you listen to the radio. And then you do whatever I say. And you just work for no pay. And then I put you in really bad 1920 styles apartments. And I charge you $1,000 billion. And they'll be company stores that fall under my philanthropic organization, the Millionaire Gates Foundation.
All right. And El Diablo, you are his nemesis for this round. How are you going to foil Project Urgency?
Don't you care about the future?
Well, I am going to proliferate a meme of the paternalism of charitable works and how this is actually doing the opposite of what you need it to do. The millionaire is undoubtedly going to use his money to further his own interests instead of the interests of the people. So his charity is actually self-serving, and I'm going to incite the crowd to resist.
Okay, excellent. So we know who the nemesis is and who the mastermind is for this round. What are you going to offer minions? The minions being the Hubble the Space Squid and Gary the Actuary. We'll start with El Diablo, the nemesis. What are you going to offer for aid?
I understand you had to kill something.
Was it a spider? Because I had a spider a few minutes ago.
Delicious.
Not to eat, darling.
Oh, it's all good. Pardon me 1 moment. Sorry for my slight distraction.
No problem. I know how that is.
It's 90 degrees in New York City right now.
I am going to offer both Raymond and Grand Fibermancer algebra.
Well,
Grand
you have to appeal to our minions, darling.
Yes. Hubble the space squid. When you're floating out there amongst the detritus of the universe, how will you navigate without algebra? Algebra can get you anywhere. You can pick at 2 different star systems and use them to navigate your way anywhere. As long as you have 3 points of reference, you can get anywhere in the universe using algebra. And Gary the actuary, think of what algebra can do for your pivot tables. Think of what it can do for your lookups.
Gary knows what algebra can do and is very excited. So excited he can kind of only squeak.
All right. So, Mr. Millionaire, what are you going to offer the minions for helping you?
Hubble. Toil and trouble. Let's talk about the oceans, Hubble. As you well know, there's danger in the oceans. There are all sorts of limpet mines and whatnot, and global warming and all that business. But do you know what happens if you get the global warming? Hubble. More oceans. That means more space for you. You can have like almost the entire coast of California and Florida and a whole bunch of different islands. They'll be yours in the future because I'm telling you, it's a secret. I'm not actually going to cure the global warming polio thing. I'm just going to let it keep going because it's useful for me. And if it's useful for me, it'll be useful for you. Hubble, you will be the ruler and regent of the new Oceania. We're going to just sort of take over. Oh, there'll be so much water. And you can be in charge of the entire underwater kingdom, which will be, well, mostly everything. But also, fewer land means bigger land prices. Gary the actuary, do you know what I bet you'd like to think about? There's a problem.
What's that?
Yeah, think about this. You do numbers. I bet it would be a very interesting project for you to calculate real estate prices when so much land will be underwater. You can sit there and you can speculate. You can speculate what kind of land prices you deciding, oh, look at that. That mountain's probably not coming underwater. That one probably will, but that one won't be. The land prices for that one. You get to go figure out with all sorts of maths and computer stuff, figure out which part of the world will be the most valuable and lucrative. Maybe deserts. I don't know. But this is a math problem that is only fit for an actuary. And
it's pronounced maths.
Maths.
You see English too?
Maths. You realize this is what we call, as a millionaire, we call this insider trading. What I'm telling you is I'm going to insider trade with you all the secret plans to flood everything. Well, not everything, but lots of things, so you can make a killing with your superior maths.
All right. Also appealing. Shady maths and algebra. Those are two interesting things to Gary.
All right. So.
Well, blah, 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 blah. I would like to point out a flaw in the millionaire's offer. I am from the space and not from the sea. Salt would actually kill me. So I will decisively go with algebra because algebra is quite helpful while I am in space. So.
Very wise choice, Hubble.
All right, and Gary the actuary.
I think I'm also taken in by algebra. Actually, yeah. Gary says, the basic arithmetic's all I ever get. I finally want a chance to do some algebra.
Excellent. All right. So we'll roll first for Trooper for Millionaire. You get 4d6. See what you get.
Plus, minus. So
Ooh, -2. All right.
Mm.
And for El Diablo, do you want Jedediah to roll, or do you want to roll?
Jedediah can roll.
All right.
Because
Go
I don't
ahead.
think it's showing up on my screen.
Oh,
Oh.
plus, minus. But then he gets +2 for the minions. That is a success. Successfully foiled. Foiled.
Foiled.
Project.
Foiled.
Foiled again. All right.
I think that's wonderful. We have all foiled each other at least once.
Correct.
So the world has not yet been destroyed. Dang it.
Oh man. All right. Well, this will be fun. We get to start with the second one in, and the arches
Add
are
the
going
algebra.
to be reversed.
Add the-
Oh yes, the
Yeah,
algebra
add that
is
algebra.
added to both
Oh, yes.
Hubble the Space Squid and Gary the Actuary.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
However, Newsy is making out like a bandit.
Yes.
Yep.
But Newsy doesn't quite get it.
Usually might become a mastermind by the end of this. All right. So, starting with unassuming Death Raymond, your arch this round is the Millionaire, and your project is Jedediah. If you would roll, let me see, we've got a D8.
8.
Yes, a D8 for us. 1. Project Mutation.
Project.
What is Project Mutation?
Project
What
Mutation.
tool are you going to use?
Project Mutation is wherein we will transform everyone in the world into a slightly more unassuming version of themselves.
Ooh.
And I will accomplish this by holding this clipboard and walking around and slipping this mutagen into everybody's cereal.
Excellent. All right. The Millionaire. How are you going to foil Project Mutation?
Easy. Most of the world is going to be more unassuming, less threatening, less dangerous. But guess what? I have a lot of disposable tenants, and you know something about me, the Millionaire? I don't feed them. So they're not having any cereal at all. They don't get to eat hardly ever. Sometimes they get, they don't get nothing. They don't get no food, not at all. So they, my disposable tenants, will be the only ones full of vibrancy and life. And then they will rise up and conquer all the unassuming, and we will take over the world.
All right. Excellent. Hubble the Space Squid and Richard Dawkins, what are you going to offer either of them for helping you? We'll start with unassuming Death Raymond. What's on the table?
Well, I think this is an easy one for you, Richard Dawkins. You will be the most extraordinary person in the world because we won't make you make this mutagen, and you can just be the best. And I'll give you this trophy that says so. And it's a trophy that says number 1. Maybe it has a thumbs up on it, too.
Doing the masses and making them defer to me would be amazing. Very tempting.
For my squid friend, I shall ban calamari from all restaurants.
Oh.
Because that's just the sort of thing that only somebody fancy and not somebody unassuming would eat.
Well, I mean, okay, that is an interesting offer. But let's hear the counter offer.
Yes, Mr. Millionaire. The Millionaire, what are you going to offer to aid in the foiling of Project Mutation?
Hubble. Space
Silly
Squid.
now.
How are you doing today?
Oh, you know, I'm a little hungry.
Oh. What do you like to eat?
Calamari.
That's what I figured. You know something? I can get you all the calamari. You want it live? You want it dead? You want it bathed in gold or charcoal? Whatever you want. Because I like luxuriousness. I like spending money on ridiculous things, money that I have saved because I do not pay my workers with food or housing or money. What I'm trying to tell you is that the kickbacks, all the things that I do not pay for them, can come to you in calamari. Do you know I have a really good chef? I do not pay him either. But makes great calamari. Also, I don't know if you know this about me because I'm a millionaire. I have my own private space station program thing. It's called like Space XYZ. If you want to go to space, you can go there. I can take you. Richard Dawkins.
Well, that is an interesting offer. And fun fact, squids are in fact cannibals. This is an actual fact. So that I looked up on the internet.
3 seconds ago.
3 seconds ago, when getting rid of calamari sounded like a good idea. And then I realized I liked it a lot. So, you know what, millionaire, you make blub blub a really good blub blub point. So I think I'm going to side with you.
All right, that's a minion for the millionaire, aiding the millionaire. Richard Dawkins, who are you going?
I didn't get to make my pitch.
I was gonna say millionaire didn't get any pitch to Dawkins.
Richard Dawkins, let's you and I talk, if you don't mind, on my private yacht. Here, have a seat. Also, have some caviar.
Thank you. This is delightful.
Now, I know that fella, don't remember his face or his name, whatever he was, very unassuming, that fella. He made you an offer, that you could be special because it'd make everybody else float away. But let's talk brass tacks. Let's talk what you and I both know about, the Illuminati. There are special people in the world. People who are the movers and the shakers. They pull the strings. They hang out at the Coconut Grove. They hang out in all those, conspiracy theory sort of spaces where only the rich people go. And I'm going to tell you what, all those conspiracy theories are true. There is an Illuminati. I'm in it. And what I'm trying to tell you is that you, my friend, I will give you a fez with a water buffalo on it. You, too, can be a member of the Illuminati because you are special. Just like the rest of us, special elite are special. You don't need to worry about that gray fella in the gray flannel suit and the whatever, whose name I forgot. I think his name was Graymond, whatever. Instead of that, you can join the Illuminati with me. Membership card. It's also you get like also it's taken in most major stores. Unlimited credit.
Oh, well pitched. I think everyone's superiority and inferiority on any given subject is relative to the subject at hand and not necessarily innate within them. It's the survival of the fittest within any environment particular. So I think I'm going to have to go with Death Raymond.
Ooh, that's one for Death Raymond.
Richard Dawkins, just for the record, I'm rescinding my offer. You're not going to be hanging out with us in the Illuminati anytime soon. You don't get to hang out in our pyramids. Also, we wear like brass skirts and we have strange hats when we hang out in the special grove and we do dances. It's interpretive dance, but 1920s style. It's very, very Martha Graham. Isadora Duncan. You don't get to be there. You're not going to know it. You'll be sad.
So each mastermind has a minion helping them. So we will start with the current mastermind, unassuming Death Raymond. Go ahead and do you want
that
Jedediah
roll?
Or
What's that?
You want Jedediah to roll? Or do you
yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Jedediah. Roll. Give me them 4d6. Ooh, that's 1 minus, 2 pluses, 1 negative, plus your minion is a 2 total. All right, millionaire.
Jedediah, roll it for me. I'm too rich to have to roll myself.
Oh, a plus, a minus, and 2 neutrals, and with a +1 from your minion. That's just a 1. Unassuming Death Raymond, you pull off Project Mutation.
Everybody is finally less assuming.
That is one success. The first successful project. All right. Before we move to Grand Fibermancer Nix von Luna's next project, I want to remind everybody that we're raising money for the Headstrong Project. So if you would like to give, please head on over to give.classy.org / Game Changer. Game Changer for Vets. That is give.classy.org / Game Changer for Vets if you want to donate. It would be much appreciated. It goes to a very good cause. All right. Heading over to Grant Fibermancer, Nix von Luna. What is your next project? That's 1, 2, 3. What? No, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll a D8 for me, if you would, Mr. Jedediah. Uh, 8. We'll round that down, I guess. That's fine. Project Wagner is your next project.
Ooh.
Grand Fibermancer.
Well, if I figured out how to unmute this newfangled device, that would be wonderful. All right, so...
Also important, it is important to note that what's the word? Nemesis. It's right there. Is El Diablo.
my nemesis is El Diablo.
Did I get a tool?
You did get a tool.
I just wrote it in.
That you're the most special man ever.
So yes.
I don't remember what he was offering.
That he's the most special, as you know.
A trophy, because everybody else
the
is...
number one trophy.
Oh yes, the number one trophy.
Specialization. Specialization is all of Richard Dawkins is about the specialization.
Excellent.
So,
Okay.
Project Wagner is a method of using sonic vibrations to undermine foundations. We are talking about earthquakes and demolitions, dearests. So this would use the wonderful orchestral compositions of Wagner to mildly threaten governments of the world to grant me power and influence in exchange for the safety of their monuments and their buildings of import. So this is not about the everyman. I could care less. They have very little to offer me at this point. After that disastrous film debacle. However, how much would governments of the world pay to not have their historical monuments? You know, think of the pyramids at Giza, the Taj Mahal, all of these grand palaces, keep them from crumbling. So this is the project that we will be using, and we will not be just using music. No. I shall be pulling with my time-space seam ripper. I shall be pulling other creatures of my minions ilk. The sonic whales of the Horsehead Nebula are quite adept at creating multiple sounds within their vocal cords, and they do quite well in magma as well as in the depths of cold. They can direct their songs anywhere I tell them to.
Excellent. All right. And El Diablo, how are you going to foil Project Wagner?
I think I am going to foil. Oh wait, no, I need a good devil voice, but I don't have one.
Just think, Ryan Reynolds, and you'll be fine.
Or Jimmy Durante.
Yeah, there you go.
Jimmy Durante. Yeah, actually, that's a pretty good devil voice.
Perfect.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna teleport to each one of these monuments and individually foil each plot to destroy that monument. Every single one of them by teleporting off the backs of every monument.
All right. Excellent. All right. So, starting with Grand Fibermancer, what are you going to offer both Newsy and Gary the Actuary in the event that they choose to help you with Project Wagner?
Oh, well, for both of these wonderful minions, Newsy and Gary. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm Gary.
Hi, Gary. Gary,
What do you know?
Gary, what's the biggest financial project that you have ever worked on?
Size is a concept that's difficult to. Everyone assumes it means big can mean many things. It depends on what you're trying to scale. Are you trying to scale money or the amount of people involved or
what is the project that has given you the most pride?
I built a doghouse once.
Built a doghouse once. Well, that is quite impressive. I
don't know anything about carpentry. It was very impressive.
I was thinking more of your actuary skills, my dear. We'll come back to you when you've had a moment to think that over. Newsy, sweetheart, darling, how is your fame going?
Hey, guess what?
What?
They said that I'm going to have a 2-picture deal.
Isn't that wonderful? Now imagine, darling, that we take your picture and we make it a new monument. Not only would you be famous in this country, you would be famous across the globe. Think of it! Newsy, the 9th wonder of the world.
Wait, are you saying you'd make a statue of me?
Not a statue, darling. A monument.
Monument.
A statue is only so tall. A monument will last eons. In the far future, they will come to Earth, to the ruins, and they will see this wonderful monument to Newsy. And they will speculate, was Newsy a god? Was Newsy a great king of import?
I got a question.
Yes.
You know, in real life, I'm only 5'8". Oh, sorry, 4'8". I'm only 4'8" because I don't have really good nutrition because, you know, they don't feed me or pay me. So this monument, would it be super tall? It would be like...
It would. It would be as tall as you request it to be.
So like a whole 5'3".
It could be. Or do you recall President Roosevelt's plans for this Mount Rushmore?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I got a newspaper about it.
Yes. So think on that scale.
Oh, gee willikers, that seems fun.
Doesn't it? If you assist me with my plan, you would have a monument of whatever scale you deem worthy of your grandeur.
Huh. What I gotta do to assist?
Oh, all you have to do is make sure no one interferes with my whales.
Oh, I like whales.
Aren't they wonderful? And they're so soothing.
All right, excellent.
So you would get a monument. Now, Gary the Actuary, does any of that sound particularly appealing to you as well?
A 5'3" monument?
A monument of whatever scale that you desire.
For my doghouse?
Sure, if you like.
I can build things not just in Excel, but also in real life.
I mean, this is definitely something, and we could make a replica of this monumental doghouse that you have created.
I'll crunch the numbers on this.
All right.
Wait a minute. I got a question.
Yes.
You could do monumental things, right? Like the monuments?
Of course I can.
Well, I got a newspaper here that talks about a monument.
Which one?
The Library at Alexandria. Can I get that one?
Oh, we can recreate it. I had nothing to do with that one. I cannot take credit for it.
All right. So, Newsy, which mastermind are you going to help?
I feel like I gotta get the pitch.
I didn't get a chance.
Yes, there was
Oh,
no
sorry.
counteroffer.
Yes, El Diablo. What are you offering?
Okay, listen to me, Nosy. And Gary. I want you to gather around.
Hi, I'm Gary.
I'm
I
nosy.
got something that you both are gonna love. It's a fantastic thing. This, my friends, is a PowerPoint presentation.
What's that?
Newsy, you're shouting on the street. What if you could illuminate the whole street with the news? Amplify your voice with sight, with the headlines of the news written 20 feet tall on the street. And Gary, I know how much you love graphs. Imagine you're in a conference room. Your bosses, you're explaining the minutia of the debits and the credits. And there on the wall, large and in charge, making you the center of attention, is a slide.
Slide.
Mr. Devil,
Yeah,
I got a question.
sure.
How is this, whatever you call it, the powers of the points? How's that different than like the big ticker thing that happens on like Times Square, you know, with the little dee-dee-dee-dee? How's that different?
It is the same thing, only you can move it anywhere. Have it say anything you want.
Me?
Yes, you, Nosy, you.
It's like the little ticker thing, but it can say whatever I want, and I can move it to places?
Yes, you can. Think of the power you would have to influence the masses, to get the news to the people. Newsy, you could be the newsiest of newsies.
Do you think it
I
would
don't
mean
just
that
think.
I'd have to walk less? Because you know I walk 40 miles a day delivering the newspapers for no pay
You could
or
stand
food.
wherever you want and project to wherever you want. And I know you got the polio. So I
I
know
do.
it's hot.
That's true. Also, I'm really worried about this global warming. Skid
Just
Row,
think.
it's underwater.
All right. So, are you going to go with Monument or a PowerPoint?
Oh. Oh.
I'm already. Gary's already installing PowerPoint.
Yes.
So Gary's
I knew
going
that
to
was an
help
easy sell for
El
Gary.
Diablo.
Yeah.
What about Newsy?
Well, look, I think a monument would be really cool, but especially a monument that's as tall as like 5'3" or 5'4" even. But if I could walk less than 40 miles every day, like my paper route's real long. But if I could just like, put it on the PowerPoint, I think you just put the paper up or something like that. I could do that. That'd be great. I'm gonna go and have a PowerPointing.
All right. We got both minions aiding
Sorry,
El
Spence.
Diablo. So
It's all right. I'll take it from you later.
Jedediah, if we could please have a 4d6 roll for Grand Fibromancer Nix von Luna.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a plus and a minus for a straight up neutral roll. Okay, and now one for El Diablo. 46, he gets a +2 modifier.
Go ahead and roll for me.
That is
Cha-cha-cha.
oh, that's a
Oh, you
neutral positive for a +3. So El manages to foil Project.
I think I'm too altruistic for. I'm not evil enough. I just have the cackle.
All right. So the millionaire, you are next. And your arch for this is Unassuming Death Raymond. But your project is, if we could get a D6 roll, Jedediah. A 6, which is Project Kokomo. All right. So Project Kokomo.
Oh,
What
wait.
is Project Kokomo, and
Here's the
what
thing.
tool do you use to achieve it?
This is what you got to know. There was a fella. He was a science fiction writer, and he started his own religion. Maybe Richard Dawkins knows about it. Now, he had some sort of problems with, what do you call it, legal situations. So he just got in his yacht and sailed around in international waters. He called his own navy, which meant that he was, he didn't have to worry about any kind of laws. But here's the thing about that. I've got my own private island. It's Kokomo. I bought it. So I don't have to worry about laws anytime, anywhere. And I am building underneath my Kokomo a huge sort of ray that will control all of the, volcanoes. I tried the flooding. That didn't work out with the global warming. So I'm going to try to use volcanoes. I'm going to go and blackmail all the governments with my secret volcano control ray that's hidden on my island of Kokomo, which no one can invade because it would be illegal. I have sovereignty. And then I'm going to get lots of money and, I win. Take over the world.
All right. Unassuming Death, Raymond, what are you going to do to foil Project Kokomo?
Why, this is easy. This requires the millionaire to be actively doing something.
What?
But what if the millionaire just understood that life was meaningless bullshit? I'm going to use my crushing despair, my crushing nihilism, and inflict it upon the millionaire by whispering constantly into his ears about just the futile nature of continuing to exist. And as an added bonus, because you are wealthy, you already know that money doesn't even buy happiness.
All right. So we'll start with the millionaire. What are you going to offer Richard Dawkins and Hubble the Space Squid if they would help you with your project?
Richard Dawkins, I want to talk to you about
Yes.
something that people say. They say that money doesn't buy you happiness. You know who says that? Rich people. We want to know why we say that? Because it does. I just don't want poor people to, I'm going to tell you something. What I like to say to poor people is, you know what is really important? Work. The value of hard work, working in mines. That's what's important, for no money. You know what's terrible? Money. Who wants it? Not you, poor people. That gives me more money. Here's the thing about that. You understand how the masses are easily manipulated. They may have that crushing nihilism, and it just makes them cheaper workers. You, my friend, would you like my book? It's called Dianetics. It's not mine. It's a friend of mine's. I'm saying to you that you can be my minister of information technology when I take over the world. You have a good head on your shoulders. You understand how people are and how to crush their dreams or inspire them, whatever it is that you do with your smart person thing. I don't care about smart person things, but you might. And I'm going to put you in charge of all the smart person things in the world. You can be cleared or have a navy. Whatever smart people do, you can do it. I'll put you in charge of it because I will tell you something about unassuming Death Ray. He is correct about this. I hate working. I mean, the value of work for poor people, not for me. And so I'm going to give you all the charging of all the smart people things. You can put whatever propaganda you want on the people. I leave it up to you.
Well, I do like the idea of being able to disseminate my message to the masses and having the power to do so. Although I will say money buying happiness doesn't read for me because happiness is a construct. What is it really?
I'll tell you what it means. 4,000 count thread sheets, caviar, and all sorts of drugs and alcohol and sleeping and rich things and like satin sheets. I'm going to tell you. Also, having all the most famous Backstreet Boys coming in and playing at your birthday party because you just have the money to pay them. Also, if you want the Spice Girls to get back together, I can do that as well. Money. I'll tell you. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I will tell you what spending money to get the Spice Girls back together. Private parties.
All right. So you're offering is the same to both Hubble and Richard Dawkins?
Hubble.
Blub blub.
You are Space Squid.
I am.
Space Squid.
Yes.
I know that you have an enemy, a nemesis, someone who thwarts you at every moment, someone I like to call a catfish. Maybe you don't know about it. It's not an actual catfish. In this case, it is a space telescope that has stolen your identity. It's called identity thievery. I have it's like a tax identity shield fraud situation thing. You pay me like a small amount of money, and I make sure that no one's taking your identity. This space telescope has taken your identity. It says, oh, look, I'm a space squid, but it's a telescope. It's a lie. I will use my special technology to destroy Hubble, the space telescope, who is taking your identity and besmirching your good name by just being there and being blurry. You don't want blurriness, do you? Or you, Hubble, if you help me out, I will destroy your nemesis. There will no longer be any Hubble Space Telescope. There'll only be Hubble Space Squid, the one, the only. And your credit score will be much better after this, actually, at the end, because the Hubble Space Telescope just keeps making credit cards in your name. It's terrible.
Blub, blub. And you will do this free of charge?
Of course.
Blub, blub.
Yes. Well, the only charge is that you helped me with my plan to blackmail the governments of the world for $1 million.
I think you are severely underestimating the inflation rate right now, but that's a good start.
Yeah.
All right. So, Richard Dawkins and Hubble, who are you?
Oh, can I give my counter
offer?
offer?
We need a counter offer.
I don't know how.
Unassuming Death Raymond.
every time-
You're so unassuming, Death Raymond. I always forget. What are you going to
That's
offer?
how I roll.
What is your counter offer?
Richard Dawkins. We know that what you would want more than anything would be for people to stop bringing up all those incidents from your past. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to infuse my crushing nihilism onto the entire world so they don't care about what might have happened to you in the past and things you might have done that were very questionable that I will not utter at all. And that is my offer to you. Nobody's going to bring it up ever again. And Spence, the space squid.
My name is not Spence. My name is Hubble.
Oh,
How
Hubble, I
dare
was
you.
reading the word Spence.
That's what you get with that identity theft. See? That's how you.
Yeah.
You see?
Identity theft.
You see?
Identity theft is a problem. In fact, Hubble, space squids have another type of space creature, the space cuttlefish. I did some Googling this time, which is often mistaken for the space squid. And I can eliminate that problem because cuttlefish are not cuddly fish, and they too shall taste the crushing nihilism of unassuming Death Raymond. And I will give you a galaxy where nobody mistakes who you are ever.
Can you serve them up and fry them?
In whatever oils and with ever amount of salt and spices you would want.
Oh, it's a tempting offer.
A delicious offer.
It is.
Have you seen this fellow's clothing, though? You know the spices won't be very good. I mean, look at him. He probably doesn't use much more than salt.
He
He's so
may
unassuming.
spend his money on food and not on clothing, though my mistress would not be very happy about that.
All right. We'll start with Richard Dawkins. Who are you going to back?
Well, that is very tough because on one hand, power to disseminate information that the millionaire is offering is all I've ever wanted. But if it is tainted by my reputation, what good is it? I think I'm going to have to side with Death Raymond.
Oh, okay. That's 1 minion for unassuming Death Raymond. Hubble, who are you going to back?
So the cuttlefish is actually one of my best friends, and so, while some days I would like to eat the cuttlefish, that Hubble telescope really gets on my nerves. So I'm going to side with the millionaire.
All right. Want to get one with the millionaire, one with unassuming Death Raymond. So Jedediah, let's get the first roll for unassuming Death Raymond. Let's see what he gets. Or actually, I guess this should be. Oops. I was going to ignore that one.
Just one.
Just one roll. That's all I
Yeah,
need.
just one. Well, the millionaire. We'll do the mastermind first, then the nemesis. So, millionaire, you get a +1 to this.
Thank you.
Ooh, that's a
one.
That's a +1 and a -1 and two neutrals. So you are at +1 because you have one minion helping you. Now for unassuming death ray. Let's see what we get. It's pretty much the same. So it's a tie. So the millionaire, this is your project, so you can choose to blow your I believe it was FU money.
No, it's my universal immunity because no one can invade Kokomo.
You can choose to sacrifice that to have the plan go off without a hitch.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to do it.
All right.
Because after I blackmail the governments of the world for $1 million, I'll just hang out on my yacht. Just like my friend, Ron. Ron Hubble of the Space Telescope. But I'm killing him. I'm going to kill him and throw him overboard, and then there'll be no Hubble Space Telescope. And I'll have his navy.
Excellent. All right. The next project, I guess we're just going to roll a d6 again and re-roll 6s. If you could give me that roll, Jedediah. Oh, it's just one. Thanks. A 5. Ascot. It's Project Ascot. El Diablo. Your next project is Project Ascot. All right. Tell me, El Diablo, what is Project Ascot and what tool at your disposal are you going to use? Your nemesis for this round, by the way, is Grand Fiber Fencer, Nix Von.
Well, Project Ascot, let me lay it all out for you. Okay, picture this. Project Ascot. Who wears ascots?
The millionaire!
Only the millionaires. The billionaires. And we need them on our side because they are so powerful. They rule the roost. They turn society to their whim. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use my power of back teleportation. And I'm going to go to each and every millionaire and billionaire and instantaneously work out this is a bad word to choose. And I'm gonna not do that anymore. I'm gonna allow them to cooperate instantaneously so that they can bypass antitrust laws. And once they have all that power, they're gonna take that power, cohese it into a giant institutional conspiratorial hegemon, and we are going to rule the world. I kept going with the voice. It was a bad idea. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Oh man. All right. Okay. So what is Grand Fibromancer Nix Von Luna going to do to foil Project Ascot?
I honestly didn't understand a word of what just happened.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
But what I am going to do is poison your oatmeal with my pockets of oatmeal, and therefore you would not be able to enact your plan because you would be dead.
Oh.
That is my very simple plan.
Okay. All right then. Okay, so
I mean, you're halfway there already.
I am. I got chloroseptic though.
there you go. El Diablo, what are you going to offer Gary the Actuary? Oh, we'll start with Grand Fibromancer. What are you going to offer Gary the Actuary and Newsy to aid you in your foiling of Project Ascot?
Hello, my darlings. It's good to see you both again.
Hi, I'm Gary.
Hi, Gary.
I'm Newsy.
See you again, and hello, Newsy, my dear little friend. So, let me tell you about how we are going to kill El Diablo.
Oh. Okay.
And basically, what we are going to do is we are going to poison his breakfast, and he will no longer be able to enact Project Ascot. Now, what I am willing to do, in your favors, is to get you paid by the millionaire. Now, I know that seems a little far-fetched, but, well, I do have my razor-sharp hangnails, but I also have my womanly wiles. And so I would enact a stipend for each of you.
May I ask a question?
You, of course, may ask a question.
I don't want to be too bold, but could my stipend be a whole, 2 bits a day? 25 cents? What do you think?
Oh, my sweet darling, you are reaching for the moon, aren't you?
Sorry, I'll just take a nickel.
No, sweetheart, it's all right. I, too, will reach for the moon, for my name is Nix von Luna. It is in my blood, and I shall go for 2 bits a day. Just for you.
Gee whiz. A whole 2 bits.
It's because I'm so fond of you, dear. Gary, do you have questions?
Yes, I do have a question. Hold on while I Google what my asking rate usually is for people in my profession, actuary.
Is it 2 bits?
It is, in fact, $66 an hour is the median.
Yes.
But
That's a lot of money.
I'd like to think I'm a pretty good actuary. I'm at least in the top 90th percentile, which would probably put me at $78 an hour, according to what I know about my profession and not something that I just Googled.
Well, Gary, given our continued relationship, I'm sure we can work out something that would be amenable to your hourly rate. After all, it's not my money that we'll be working with.
I guess I'll get ready to fill out a 1099.
Do that.
I don't even know what that is.
Don't
Because
worry
I
about
didn't
it.
even finish school.
We'll pay you under the table, darling. It's fine.
All right. Flat out paying. All right. Excellent. And El Diablo, what are you going to offer? What is your counter offer?
Hey, Mr. Devil?
Well,
You don't have to do the Durante voice anymore.
oh God, it was
Can
such
I-
a good idea, Trooper.
Can I make a small comment to you, Mr. Devil?
Sure.
I like your pants. They're hot.
Hey. Yeah, I'm gonna actually just go straight up offensive Brooklyn accent now.
Okay.
Okay, I got a different offer for each of you because I see you different people and you have different priorities. So here's what they are, Mr. Newsy. I know you like
I'm
standing
newsy.
on that corner. I know you like shouting into the wind. I know you love to bring the people the news.
Extra.
You know what would make it easier for you to shout to the people?
What?
This megaphone. You talk into the one end, and at the other end, your voice is 5 times, 10 times, no, 20 times the volume your current voice is. You can talk to people blocks away. And for Gary, the actuary. Gary, I have for you search engine data. This has been data mined from every search engine, even DuckDuckGo. They tell you they don't, but they do. You can have it. Think of how accurate your actuarial tables could be if you had the search engine data of every human being on the planet. I say to you, it could be yours.
Like they always say, duck, duck, go look up the SEO.
All right. So, Gary the actuary, who do you want to back in this race?
Yeah, well,
Project Ascot.
$78 an hour or access to data. Hard choice. I think Gary has to go with the data. I'm sorry.
Okay, backing El
I'm
Diablo.
so sorry.
Newsy, who are you going to back in Project Ascot?
I'm sorry I got to do this, but look, once you know why I'm going to pick the megaphone, you're going to know why I picked the megaphone. Because if I got the megaphone,
I've been tailoring these to you guys now.
Oh, no, I don't think you know.
I got character now.
I don't think you know. So here's the thing. If I get the megaphone, then I get to make more than 2 bits a day. Hey, X3, read all about it. We got the news. Everybody, I got a new megaphone. Maybe. I hope. Hey, I got extra papers.
That's fine. I'll just murder him by myself, and I don't need any of you.
Sorry, Spence, I keep doing this to you. It feels like it's always you.
No, you pick megaphone, and I have a megaphone right here at my foot. There's nothing else I can do about that one. The megaphone is right there.
It's true.
All right.
No, I have no. I am being in character.
That's fine.
I did not have a megaphone, I would have gone for the 2 bits. But there's a megaphone.
Hey, wait.
2 bits.
Nice.
All right. So, first roll, I guess we'll do for the mastermind himself, El Diablo Jedediah. If you want to roll 4d6 for El Diablo with a +2 modifier.
Snake eyes. All snake eyes.
Hey, that would not be outside my rules.
Well, that's a straight nothing with a +2, which becomes a 2. All right, so 4d6 for Grand Fibermancer Nix von Luna.
That one's cocked.
Oh,
That one, it's cocked.
sure. Reroll that one.
That's amazing.
I don't understand
The
how
digital dice got
possibly.
Oh!
It goes off
That's
without
all
a hitch.
I'll marry the millionaire, and then I won't have to worry about a thing ever again.
And we'll just have a magic trunk with everything in it. Like, nobody knows why we have a trunk with everything in it on the secret island, but, you know.
All right. Okay. Well, with the way these look like they worked out,
El Diablo
El
seems
Diablo successfully pulled off Project Ascot. Unassuming Death Raymond successfully pulled off Project Mutation, and the Millionaire successfully pulled off Project Kokomo. And we should also hand out the things here. Gary the Actuary and Newsy each get what was
News
SEO
got
data
megaphone.
for
and data.
search engine data.
Search engine.
That's important.
Gary.
But I got a megaphone.
Search engine.
I feel so bad for my little 4'8" orphan who doesn't get paid and gets no food. And the thing is, I know that the contract that he signed to the studio system was a bad one. So he's being forced to have like amphetamines and make picture after picture and then work his paper route. And he's probably still not getting paid because he's a minor. It's fine.
and Grand Fibermancer Nix von Luna is too altruistic for this game.
Are you kidding? I'll take over the wild.
All right. So it looks like we have a dead heat between, let's see, I believe since Millionaire was forced to sacrifice his universal immunity, we have a tie between Unassuming Death Raymond and El Diablo, as they each have successfully pulled off a mission. However, Gary the Actuary has the most items of the two. So between that and the number of successful projects, it looks like Unassuming Death Raymond is the winner of this round of Project Ninja Panda Taco.
wow.
And Gary
Hats
the
up.
Actuary is on his way to becoming a mastermind in his own right.
Oh, yeah, Gary the Actuary is definitely going to mess the world up.
Yeah, he's got a lot of tools in his tool belt now.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for playing. That's Project Ninja Panda Taco. Normally we go another round. That way everyone has a chance to march everyone else. But we're a little pressed for time here. Partially. Sorry for that. And I want to remind everyone that if you want to donate, you can head on over to where is it? There it is. give.classy.org/GameChanger for vets, and donate there. It goes to a very good cause. It goes to the Headstrong Project for vets. Yeah, excellent. I guess we'll hand it over to Larry if he has anything.
Thank you, Pete.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thanks for Trooper. Thanks for Rich. Thanks for Spence. Thanks for Adam for joining us at the absolute last second. That's a game that it's always silly and always ridiculous, and I love it every time. Every time we play it. So really appreciate you guys joining us. And it has been a very long day. In case you missed it, in case you missed the beginning of our stream today, I'm Larry Zoll. I'm the CEO and founder of Tour Guide Games. It has been a long day full of amazing games. I want to thank all of our players, all of our tour guides, and all of our viewers for bringing awareness and raising money for Headstrong. I'd also like to give a special thank you to Jed, who has been with us the entire day doing the producing for the entire thing. If you haven't already, as Pete mentioned a second ago, please consider donating what you can to Headstrong at give.classy.org/GameChanger for vets to help us reach and exceed our goal. Tour Guide Games is committed to bringing awareness to causes that affect us each and every day on a daily basis. This is the first in our series of Game Changer charity streams, so stay on the lookout for our next event. In the meantime, please come play with us. All of the games we have played today, all of the tour guides who have played today, will all play on our site. Games are all available on our site, and we're excited to host you and excited to have you play with us. So meet us there at tourguidegames.com/play. Thanks again for joining us, and come out and play.